Good evening, everybody. This is Ron from rontheadmin.com. I'm joining you on this stream from July 25th, 2020. It's 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight, we're going to be completing the 3D printer modification for my CR-10S Pro. We left off the last time with some issues with the BL Touch not working. When I left the stream, I troubleshot for about an hour or so afterwards to identify the issue was the wiring harnesses that I was trying to make. Basically, it was not getting a proper electrical connection, and once I wired the harness directly into the printer, I started getting the BL Touch to work correctly as far as throwing the proper codes to the printer as well as activating correctly. The problem is that the default harness that they give you is very small and doesn't fit correctly with the CR-10S Pro if you were to get that for your printer. Just the recap here. Here we go. This is the kit that I bought for my printer. Basically, I got it for the CR10. It came with everything listed in the description, with the exception of the boot flash tool and the LCD screen tool. If you have a stock CR10, basically you put that into the between the LCD panel and the main board, and then you're able to connect your probe points there, and then connect it to your BL Touch. It also comes with a bracket that's specific for the CR-10S itself, not the CR-10S Pro. So what I wound up doing was I printed out the appropriate bracket and basically bought a brand new wire. I went to 3D Printing Canada and bought this particular part, the XD2000, XT1800. It was about $15-20 with shipping in the US, and it came in within a week. The only thing that you have to do when connecting your BL Touch to the CR-10S Pro is you have to reverse the two wires here. Basically, the red and brown on this particular harness needs to be swapped. So all you have to do is just take a small toothpick or a pair of tweezers and basically just pry up the little tab enough that you're able to pull the pin out, and you do that to both those wires and just switch them around, and then gently fold them back down, and then your wire is set to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and continue the build. The only other thing that I did buy, and I don't have the link, is I went to Amazon. I picked up a whole bunch of jumper cables. I think it was like 1,000 cable jumper shunts for like $3-4. I know it's way too many, but you never know. You could use them for electronics projects. So without further ado, let's go ahead and switch the camera to to my EOS cam here, and let's continue this project. So basically what I'm going to be doing right now is I'm going to be removing the fan shroud again and the rear cover, so that I the harness that came with the BL Touch kit, so I could replace it with the brand new BL Touch wiring harness. So let's go ahead and make that happen. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and switch this around so I can get to the front of the printer. And see, I already disconnected it from the bottom of the machine. So I'm going to have to rerun those as well. So first things first, let me get my toolkit out here. Alright, perfect. And get the appropriate size hex key to remove the front panel here. Alright, perfect. Alright, and how's everybody doing in the chat tonight? I know it's Saturday night. You know, usually people are out walking around with projects around their houses or whatnot, and other people are out relaxing and you know, enjoying their their weekend after a long week at work, and I'm here finishing up a project they started 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, so let me do this. Let me try getting my other camera on here. I have to pay attention with this particular camera and its battery. I have to get a new one. It doesn't last too long. All right, so let's see. All right. All right. Let's rearrange this camera correctly. All right, there we go, and should be able to transfer over. There we go. Now we're cooking. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the wiring harness out and untangle this long harness, which I believe is 6 feet long, which is more than enough. So when we plug it into the main board, we're gonna have to be very careful and take our time in getting that reconnected. All right, so I have to take the sensor out. All right, luckily it's just there we go, small little clip there, and here's the sensor, and it should fit one direction. Be careful in putting it in, and should snap in. Let's see here. This way. Alright, let me just double check to make sure I'm hooking everything up right here per the instructions. Alright, so yeah, brown's gonna be down, okay. The connector different? I bet the wrong one. Let's see here. Where's my other connector here? Oh, that's wrong end. And the other end. Nope, it's the exact same connector. It looks exactly the same the way it's wired. Minus the colors. The colors are off, so let's try this again. I don't remember having issues putting this on before. Alright, there we go. Gotta be very careful as you push a pin out. Really? Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, it looks like the pin popped out a little bit. Alright, try it gently. Alright, there we go. So when all is done, brown should be towards the bottom if the pin's pointing to the right. To the top, in that same orientation. So there we go. I go ahead and reconnect the probe into the spot here, making sure not to tangle the wires up. Perfect. And I should be able to screw that in. Now what I'm gonna have to do is get my snips and cut the wiring harnesses, the zip ties on the wiring harness, so I can go ahead and reroute the cable correctly through the loom. Alright, there we go. I'll remove this little clip here, and there we go. I should be able to pull the wiring harness through gently, and I can set this side. Alright, as we're going on through, I just want to let everyone watching the stream know that we're looking to try to get 100 subscribers by the end of September. We're currently at 19. So if you like the content, then you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you want new content coming out. I do have some ideas of content that I would like to do, and if you guys have any ideas, leave a comment in the comment below, and we could see if we can make that happen for you. Let's grab this out here, and it's just a large push. Okay. Good. Okay. Almost there. Come on. All right. Perfect. All right. Just be careful. These are very thin wires. You don't want to damage them as they're going through. Just like any wiring. All right. Make sure that they're not bunching into any other wires in the wiring harness that could damage the other ones. All right. That's up here. There we go. And everything else looks honky-dory. Go and replace my thermistor and heater cartridge eventually, but for now it works fine. I gotta get everything else staged up, and that's pretty much a simple fix. I already have several of those lying around. Alright, so let's go ahead and reconnect the cooling fan and system up here. Alright, that's good. Let's get this on here. Alright, that's good. That is good. Make sure there's no kinks in the wires, nothing's frayed, and let me go ahead and pull the wires on the other side here. Perfect. That is good, and time to zip tie. Alright, make sure fan spins. There we go. And if there's any gunk in here, I'll remove it as well. There we go. One thing I've noticed since I started 3D printing, there's certain, like consumables that you have to have on hand as you 3D print to make sure everything works correctly. I mean, normally you have your filament. That's the number one consumable for your 3D printer. And if you're using resin, you have alcohol or cleaning solutions. Your resin is a consumable product in there, and basically you got to go through and make sure that you have available. An item that I found that's very consumable on these printers are your, for at least FTM, is the couplers. You have a high amount of retraction, kills the couplers, and after sessions in 3D printing, you wind up having issues where your Bowden tube gets kicked right out of the coupler, and you wind up having issues where you have spaghetti monsters all over the place. And, you can get those off of for Amazon relatively cheap. I think I bought a bag of like 20 or 30 couplers for like 15-20 bucks. Your Bowden tube, I get the Capricorn tubing, so if you get a good kit, it may come with the proper couplers, which is always good to have. Why do I have people calling? Alright, you have the Bowden tubes. Capricorn's really good. I've had no issues with that before in the past. Other consumables, fans. Lots of fans. I've wound up replacing my my cooling fan several times just to correct issues with the incorrect airflow and whatnot. So you can get decent fans online. Again, Amazon's relatively cheap with it. You can get I got a 3-pack for like $6, which isn't too bad. Alright, so I gotta go ahead and remove my sensor here so I could reconnect my thermistor, which I disconnected by mistake. Alright, so let's continue here. And it's also good that I'm taking this off here so I can go ahead and put the shunt in where it needs to be. And great. Sounds like it's thundering outside. Alright. Let me go. Yep, that is thunder. Let me see here. I will be right back. I need to check something else here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Be Right Back stream on, and I'll be here. Just bear with me one moment, please. All right, everyone. Sorry about that. Had to let the dogs in. Didn't realize they were outside. That was my bad. All right, so let's go ahead and I'll continue working on this project here. Here's my screwdriver. 1, 2. There. I just had it. Where'd it go? Ah, here it is. Hides on me all the time. Alright, so let's go ahead and tip this to the side a bit so I can get to the other connector. There we go. Ah, yes. Sounds like a storm came in out of nowhere. And it sucks. But it's summertime, what do you expect? Alright. Perfect. Alright, perfect. So let's see what we got here. Let me get my jumper. Place the jumper where it needs to go. And put the thermistor wire in. So hopefully the pitch of this is correct. Alright, so let me go ahead and move my camera around. See. Alright. That's what happens when you use a GoPro and not the right type of camera. Sure we have. Huh. Weird, did it just die out on me? Or the cable just go bad? Oh, there we go. Cable issue. Alright, so looking over here, our jumper's got to go right here between the two edges to the right. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so that looks like that fits. And make sure it's not bridging that other one on the left. Good. Alright, now where does our happy little thermistor need to go? Alright, thermistor is K-fan, fan. Alright, I'm going to look at the wiring diagram for that. Alright, go ahead and bring up there. And see where that port's got to go. Alright, I do apologize if you hear thunder in the background. It is raining here out of nowhere. If we do have any issues, we may need to end the stream early. If that does happen, I do apologize, but we could then reschedule it at another time. Hopefully this weather will clear up soon. Alright, S Pro. Alright. See. Transfer. Forward. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got the transport board. Good. All right. So, Mr. One, I think it's right here. Let's see. Nope, that's not. Let's move this around. All right, so all right, so this is the back here. This is 24 volts right here. All right. This is K-fan. K-fan. All right. So I'm thinking thermistor's gotta be. I think it's yeah. This one right here. All right, let's check. Oh, don't want that. Regular. CR. Alright, let's see what we have here. CR-10S Pro thermistor replacement. Let's see where we can find the connections. Alright, that's not it. Reddit, oh. Let's see. Camera. Alright, let's. Here's the main board. Okay. But this is not for CR. This is for a regular CR-10S. We have a Pro. Okay. CR-10S Pro wiring diagram. That's what we're looking for. Okay. There we go. Let's see. No. We already have a probe. Where's the board? Okay. So it says TH1. Okay. So connect this. All right, connect the thermistor to TH1. Okay. So TH1 is the other connection. So let's go back to shake hands. So TH1 is right underneath where we put the shunt, right over here.